Hey everyone, Sean here. Thank you for your support of Blue Ridge Silverhound. And today we have the other report that everybody loves. It's the Monday Market Modern Coin Report. This time for the week ending December 13th, 2020. Oh boy, the year is fast approaching to its end. Thank God. I have other choice words, but that's not one of those type of videos. Maybe another time. But anyways, getting back to the topic at hand, as you guys know, I talk about post-1900 modern graded coins that have sold through the various auction sites this week. Again, we have great collections reeling it in with more fantastic sales. And you could almost immediately tell that Great Collections has been growing and growing and growing and just flourishing during this COVID ravaged year that we're having, because a lot of the other auction sites like Heritage and Stack's Bowers, they do their normal like big shows. Heritage does a weekly show, but I would say that Great Collections has certainly kind of filled in the gap while the big shows have been canceled. In spite of the fact that, you know, those auction companies also still host their coin shows like Long Beach and CSNS and Fun and all that great stuff. But you could tell just certainly the quality on Great Collections auction site has been just going up tremendously. Case in point, this week we have 3 Lincoln Cents that are so overproduced, yet still managed to sell for 5 figures and up. I mean, way up. One coin on the list especially was just, you know, a surprising discovery this week, and it's once you see it, you'll understand why. It's a staple, you know, among the market reports and just all the buzz as being a coin that you want to find. All right, that's going to be your ticket. But anyways, very, very busy week. We have 16 coins to talk about this week. Again, all from Great Collections. All coins are graded, of course. And of course, my usual disclosure, grading is not for the faint of heart, okay? It's almost like gambling, all right? If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know how to grade yourself to kind of self-qualify, I guess, would be a great word, some of these coins before you do send them out, that you will be greatly disappointed. I did this for a few years, and after spending a lot of money, I didn't think I would get out alive. But fortunately, that was not the case. We ended up doing okay. But grading coins, yeah, especially these ultra moderns, can be very challenging. Again, grading is very subjective. Your grade and the grader's opinion are 2 completely different things. Okay, there are certain stipulations that maybe you don't know about that take into consideration, and things like, you know, strike designation, full steps, full bands, that sort of thing also play a huge role as well. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. Keep in mind, we are only about 12 to 16 hours away from the announcement of the winners of the Blue Ridge Holiday Giveaway. So make sure you check that out. I will be doing the announcement tomorrow afternoonish, sometime thereabouts. But the first coin, of course, the first ever coin is going to be the one that just kicks it into high gear. We're talking about a 800 horsepower Corvette going 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds. Bam, there you go. 69S, doubled die obverse. Just, this is, it's such a beautiful sight. This is a coin that I swear one day I will find. And if we could just get through this pandemic and more coins and more change makes its way through the banking system, that I think we'd be all in good shape. But this coin needs no introduction. This coin will literally make you go blind. And what we have here is a PCGS Mid-State 63 Plus. Full red example, albeit this coin has its issues, and that's probably why it graded at only a 63. Although high-grade specimens of this coin are few and far between. I think the highest grade is maybe 65 or 66. And that is your $100,000 coin right there, guys. This one didn't quite make it there, but this is life-changing money nonetheless. With everything considering, it's even CAC certified. But when I say that this coin has issues, it's got all sorts of carbon spots and, little doodads and doohickeys, some scratches. It's a coin that obviously, is not immune to the elements and circulation. This coin right here brought home $48,874.50. Still an incredibly valuable coin. Why would you not want to look for this? That's my only question. All right, the next one that we have here, make no mistake about it, it's deceptive in a way that, a coin of this ilk in high grades, some wouldn't say it'd be worth that kind of money. But it's a 1960, keep this in mind, small date. The coin already has value raw before you even grade it. I mean, it's a $5 to $10 coin all day long in mid-state red. So, even if you found one to change, it's still worth a few dollars. So it has value, just, based on the merits of its small date variety. But this one right here is a PCGS Mid-State 67 Plus full red example. We don't see too many of these come across the auction block, and that's probably why it sold for $5,512.50. Again, another registry set type of coin, and a lot of them are. Do not underestimate the power of the registry set. Okay, that is the primary reason why a lot of these coins sell for the amount of money that they do. Okay, I would say probably about 15-20% of the coins on the list would even qualify as a coin that you would pay all the money in the world for if it was for like a collection, like not a registry set, but an actual collection or an investment coin. All right, so the next 5-figure coin right here, believe it or not, is a 50S. I mean, who would have thought? This is a coin, again, that is accessible. If you need a high-grade example for, say, your penny album, you could get something like this for like $2, all right? But when perfection is in the conversation, all right, it changes the game tremendously. And what do I mean by that? Well, look at the grade, Mid-State 68 full red. It's not a perfect 70, but it is surely close. But finding a 70 in anything 20 years and older is just tough. All right, even the newer coins, okay, a lot of them have trouble getting beyond 67. But this one right here, obviously a registry set coin, and just beautiful. It's a clean coin. This one sold for $10,518.75. All right, if you thought that was crazy, how about the last 43 steel cent to sell? So as far as the highest grade, I'm pretty sure this was a broken up registry set or something, because we had the Denver and San Francisco minted coins that graded out at the highest tier also sell in the last 2 weeks respectively. So what we have here is the final one, the Philadelphia Struck 43. This one is a PCGS Mid-State 68 Plus, CAC certified, no doubt about it. It's a one-type gem. This is a coin that will live in infamy as just being something just truly extraordinary, different. Just if you could think of the word, that's probably what it is. How can you go from making copper coins for X amount of years and then bam, zinc coated steel 1 year? I mean, it just that's it for 1 year. But in any event, this one sold for $21,376.12. So all three coins together, I believe, sold for pretty close to $70,000. Keeping in mind again, just what it takes to find something like this. A lot of these gem steel cents can be had for under $10. Okay, so you're either going to go through BU rolls to find something like this, which there aren't too many of that around, or you're just going to cherry pick a really nice one, whether it's on eBay or at a coin shop or a show. This is not something that normally you would find in change. Absolutely not. And the final penny on the list comes close to being a 5-figure coin, but it's not. It just wasn't meant to be for the good old 1940 Denver Struck Lincoln Wheat Cent. This one is a Mid-State 68 full red, no doubt about it. It's a registry set by. It's even got a little bit of toning on the front and back of the coin around the edge or the periphery. This one right here sold for $8,157.38. We have some pretty phenomenal coins from Great Collections in the penny section that sold off this week. And, it's going to get to a point where it'll be a while before we see stuff like this. So 5 just absolutely stunning Lincoln cents on Great Collections, where normally these are the type of coins that would be featured in a big show on Heritage or Stax Bowers or Legend. So it just gives you an idea of how much of a come up Great Collections has been here as of late. All right, so we're on to nickels, and we have a few nickels. The first one that we have here is a 54S Jefferson Nickel. This one grades out Mint State 64 full steps. Pretty tough grade for the date. I will mention it does have this gash here on Monticello. All right there. But aside from that, that's probably why it's only a 64. A registry set that's looking for this type of coin, here you go, voila, it's in front of you. This one right here is also part of the Key West collection. Key West collection is being sold over the course, I think, of maybe 3 or 4 weeks. So here's another example here. This one sold for $1,582.88 today, or yesterday. Another nickel. This time, as expected, it's not full steps. It's got a big old nick or gash right there on the step. So there you go. That pretty much killed the full steps moniker. But what we have here is a 39 reverse of 40. So the reverse of 40 just means that the steps are designed a little bit more cut, and they'll have this line here on the ends. Whereas on the reverse of 38, they'll have the wavy steps. So if you saw both of them side by side, you could see the difference. But the reverse of 40 is a little bit more fine-tuned, I guess, if that's the word. But this one is also a double die obverse. It's FS 101 in the Cherry Picker's Guide. And as you can see the doubling without even getting close, especially in the motto and then the foot of Liberty. So the serifs and the bottom of the letters here just pronounce this double die feature. This one sold for $2,193.75. Again, it's a Mint State 63. No frills. It's just, it's a double die that is extremely tough to find. All right, so the next 3 coins, are all Buffalo nickels. And I would say these 3 coins kind of help exemplify what you want to be going for. If you were going to dip your proverbial toe in moderns and you want to try and make the big bucks like a lot of people want to do, getting into the obsolete type coins, like your Mercury dimes, your Walkers, your Standing Liberty quarters, Buffalo nickels, no doubt about it, because Buffaloes are probably right up there as being the most popular coin of this era. So there are a number of dates that can be had for under $25 in mint state condition, which means this is cherry picking fodder at its best. Why not spend 20, 30, 40 bucks for a high-grade cherry pick of this variety, a D over S, and if it's, for the most part, problem-free, then send it off to NGC or PCGS. It just so happens that the example you see here before you is indeed a Mint State 68 through NGC. So the D over S is a common variety. I would say probably 30% of the entire run is D over S. And there's a few variants of that too. There are also D over D RPMs. So this date is just ripe with all sorts of cool varieties. And because it shares the same date as the first incoming Jefferson Nickel date of coin, these coins were widely hoarded. People thought, oh yeah, we're going to hoard the last year of the Buffalo nickel because of the new nickel coming out, and then, that's it. So there's a ton of these out there in high grades that can be had for a reasonable price. If you play your cards right, you use them little eagle eyes you got, and not only if you identify the varieties, but if you come across a coin that is just overly clean with lots of great luster, you might have a shot at something big. Okay, to give you an idea, this one right here sold for $3,063.38. This is the type of coin I would feel confident in sending maybe 1, 2, or 3 of to the graders, whereas some of the other coins on the list, like that 1960 small date Lincoln, I would probably have to send like 10 or 20 of those. And, there's probably an outside shot that I won't achieve the top grade. Whereas this coin, I would have more confidence in doing so because of its exclusivity. So this is just, a marquee example of what you should be going for. Okay, same with this one. 37D, there's no variety, although you could find the 3-legged buffalo, although those are tough to cherry pick these days. This one right here, just a high-grade beauty. And again, you could pick these gem BU buffaloes for a nominal fee. All right, we're talking maybe $25-$30. It's cheap. It is cheap. Use your eagle eyes. Get your magnifier. If you don't have one, buy one from me, and my Amazon links below in the description box. That's you spend $8 to make $2,000, right? I mean, that's a no-brainer. But this 3070 NGC graded, yet again, NGC is a little bit more conservative with the grading, or a little bit easier rather. So they'll give you a little bit of a grade bump compared to PCGS. And if you're still able to do that, you have a very valuable coin. This one sold for $4,837.50. Common date buffalo, high grade, under $25 to pick up. That's a cherry picking friend right there. And then finally, same for 36D. Very common. Many millions of these were made. And very, very many of them are available on high grades. Here's another one. This one, this time, is a PCGS Mint State 67 Plus. CAC certified. Beautiful coin. But I feel like this is a coin that I've seen before. And I probably have 1 or 2 in my collection, at this grade level. I'll be honest, because over the years, I come across coins that are just undeniably beautiful. They have very little nicks, very little planchet marks. They have the strongest luster that I've ever seen on a coin. And it's just, it's a common date. Pick it up anyways, because, if you're able to achieve, again, these high grade 67, 68s, I mean, you're going to be sleeping at night with a pillow full of money. And there's no better feeling. So this one right here sold for $5,236.88. I will add it's also CAC certified. All right, on to dimes. Kind of a huge change going from Buffalo nickels to dimes, because it's like, ugh. But anyways, 1966 Roosevelt Dime. This one is a special mint set coin, so it's the proof replacement, so to speak. This one is a Mint State 68 cameo, so it's got a little frost on the devices. All right, so that's the prerequisite of a cameo. But this one right here can only be found in an SMS set. And this one right here is sold for $2,325.38. Yeah, pretty crazy. But why buy that when you could buy this? I mean, we're talking like a night and day type coin right here. Or better yet, why not sell something like this? Again, this is another one of those early obsolete type coins that really, in all honesty, we should all be looking for, because these coins are incredibly available for under $20 in mint state condition. Now, at that point, you're just going to have to, again, use your eyes, pick out the coins that are full split bands, have great luster, and very little distracting marks, as I would say. So this 42D is very common. It's a common date. Let's not fool ourselves. It's a Mint State 68 plus full bands, CAC certified, and it's sold for $29,250. Yes, it is a top pop coin. But just think, one of these can be out there. People are going to be looking for the silly little varieties and all that stuff. Why not be the person that does something different and go for the early type stuff and then flip them and grade them and do all sorts of other great stuff? Be a hero for once. And this is something I'm doing right now. So I'm one piece of of the conversation out there that I would say would be a competitor for you guys. But again, these exist quite available ish in the secondary market. So check it out. All right, and then we have some quarters. They're kind of funny. Speaking of funny, we got Mr. Good Old Spaghetti Hair Washington. This is a 1995 D. A very forgotten age of the Washington quarter. No thanks to the statehood quarter program in the national park. But this one right here, no doubt about it, is a bomb. Mint State 68. It's just by NGC, of course. This is a coin that was custom tailored for a registry set, and finding these that are clean are just they're near impossible. Very few of these were ever retained or preserved at this level. This one right here is sold for $1,181.25. All right, and then we can also say the same about 67 here. Now, keep in mind, there was no mint set made in 67. There was just that special mint set, all right, which is kind of like a combination of a proof set and a mint set that was absent during that time. So what we have here is a regular business strike coin, Mint State 68, very clean, very lustrous. This one sold for $1,085.62. Again, graded by NGC. We kind of have like that healthy mix for both grading companies. Now, this is a beautiful coin, okay? If we're going to designate the toner of the week, it's going to be the 62D. Now, the 62D has the distinction of being the most difficult coin to find in Mid-State 67 and up, all right? And that's all because of quality control, all right? Even though this is a Denver Mint coin, we were getting toward the tail end of the silver era, and the U.S. Mint just didn't give a poop. So, they cranked millions of these, hundreds of millions of these 1960s era Washington quarters in 90% silver. And, it's like you either save them or you don't. Okay, this one right here has really beautiful toning. And I think that has a lot to do with the final price tag. This one sold for $4,050. Again, I would say this is probably more of a registry set coin. And then finally, oh my goodness, this thing is stunning. It's a 43D Washington quarter. It looks like, based off of the toning pattern, that it was probably at one point in an album for a good decade or three. But this one right here, just beautiful, nice early World War II era coin. Another typeset registry type beauty all in itself. And the grade's high. PCGS Mint State 68, gold shielded. And this one sold for $15,187.50. Now, this is not an obsolete type of coin, all right? It shares the same design, obverse-wise, to the new coins that exist today. However, again, this is a coin in mid-state condition, like if you needed one for a Washington quarter album, if you're going to put together a BU set of Washington quarters, this is a coin that can be had for under $25. So you can imagine just a surprise if you found one of these at your local dealer or at a coin show with a price tag on a 2x2 of $20 to $30. All right, keep in mind that video that Blue Ridge Silverhound did during the holidays where he talked about coins like this that are highly just appealing and available because they're minted into the millions. This is one of them. Just remember me when you're going through dealer stock or at a coin show that these coins for a $20 bill, for crying out loud, can turn into $15,187.50. I think I said that twice, but 15 grand for this coin. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. I like it. And that's going to go ahead and do it, ladies and gentlemen. From this point forward, in about an hour, we are going to be doing the live coin Q&A panel live stream. So come check us out on our channel, Live Coin Q&A. All right, so I'm going to be heading there. You guys are going to be watching this, and you guys are going to be checking out our upcoming live stream. So I want to thank you guys for watching. It was surely a pleasure. Just some huge coins. Those Lincolns were just amazing. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that good old bell for instant notifications. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. It was a pleasure. And don't forget, Coinaholics, we are always discovering together. That's never going to change, you silly rabbits. I'll see you guys next time. Happy hunting, and enjoy the hobby.